we all know, thumbnails are super important on YouTube to getting the click. But how good are your thumbnails? We decided to ask Rob, Dan, and Jen if they could figure out what your videos are about just by looking at your thumbnails. And whoever gets the most wrong has to do something super embarrassing and kind of bad on the live stream. Make sure you watch to the end to see who lost. All that in The Boost by vidIQ. Now we're here with Dan as we try this same challenge. We're going to show you some submitted thumbnails from our viewership, and you've got to figure out what the video is about. Bonus points if you get the title. There's no way that's happening. But just tell me what the video is about. Here's the first one. What do you think this is about?
Obviously, I see the Sea of Thieves logo, and that's a video game, so I know it's going to be a gaming video, but it doesn't feel like a typical Let's Play video. Sea of Thieves is a multiplayer kind of game with a lot of people doing a lot of things together. Given the nature of the design here, I think this video is about somebody stealing a treasure from either another player, or I haven't played this game, so I don't know if there's like NPCs you can steal from. They're obviously taking something that isn't theirs, and a lot of times these videos are about role play and things like that, so there could be some of those elements as well. Definitely some sketchy vibes going on, and I don't think this is just your typical gameplay video. I think this has like a really solid like theme in it.
You're right! The title for this video is How to Rob a Bank in Sea of Thieves. So well done! Now we're here with Jen. I'm really interested to see how well or not well you do.
I'm scared.
I don't know what's gonna happen here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna find out. First one, what do you think this video is about, or what is it called? One of the two. If you can give me at least what it's about, I'll give you the points for it.
Definitely gamer. Sea of Thieves has got to be the game. Obviously, we have the treasure chest. We're headed for unlocking specific level, tips to find hidden things in the video.
So what's your final guess? What is the theme of this video? What is this video about?
I would say how to get into secret room for the game.
That's a pretty good guess. This one actually, though, I can't give you the points. It's how to rob a bank in Sea of Thieves.
I don't know. I feel like for me to be close on that for a gaming thumbnail is pretty spot on.
He's the face of vidIQ, and now it's his turn. What do you think this is about?
So I believe this is about the game Sea of Thieves. Never played it. Feels fairly straightforward in that there is some sort of secret about how to find loot in the game, or a specific treasure that is to be found. Although the character is in a foreground, I think the lighting from the chest, it draws your eye to that chest. So I'd say that's the primary focus of my eyes when I see the thumbnail. I'm going to go with something along the lines of that, like exclusive loot in Sea of Thieves, find it in 5 minutes, just to add a little bit of tension.
I'll give you half a point for that, because it's how to rob a bank in Sea of Thieves. So taking someone else's thing. Amazingly, Dan got this right.
He's probably seen the video, and that's why.
Well, that actually happens later. What about this one?
So I'm not a comic book person, which is a shame. I watch plenty of comic book movies, but I can't read. So I typically, there's lots of pictures, but they just depend on the words, right? I don't know who this particular superhero is or anti-hero, but it does look like they are reviewing an issue of a specific comic book, because they're teasing that this person double crosses everybody. It says spoilers, which is usually a pretty big tell. It's like, hey, don't watch this video if you haven't read the thing yet. So I think you have to have read the comic or consumed the content before watching this video, which tells me this is a review or a recap of some kind.
You're absolutely right. It's a review of a G.I. Joe comic. I'm a little bit shocked by this. This is the one I was positive no one would get, but there you go. What do you think about this one? What could this one possibly be about?
This is giving me a comic review. Maybe it's a TV show. We're gonna do kind of like a rundown of this moment in the show, or a comic. I think it's gonna be like a commentary. I think it's gonna be commentary reaction content for this show or comic.
Tell me exactly what you're saying, because you said a couple different things. What is your actual final answer here? What is this video about?
I'm gonna say that this is a commentary reaction to this show.
Close. Actually, you were more close at the beginning, because it is for a comic book. It is a comic book review. I'm not trying to say you got it wrong, but you got it wrong. What do you think this video is about?
My guess is that this is some form of video essay about this comic book character, Serpentor. I don't know who Serpentor is, but it makes me say in a kind of British accent, Serpentor. That wasn't a British accent. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. You do get a bit more insight than you should, actually, because if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, you see comical/opinions. If that thumbnail was shrunk down to the size that it should be, postage stamp size, you probably wouldn't be able to see that. And so I feel as if I'm learning a bit more than what I should. But yeah, in summary, Travis, I think this is some sort of video essay about a character and their involvement in a story in a comic book, and they're going to somewhat spoil the story, but then add their opinion as to why the story did this, or their fantasy book where the story should have gone.
I'll give you half a point for this. It's a review of a G.I. Joe comic. This is Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is one of the more popular characters in G.I. Joe. So you got part of it. You got that it's a comic, which is good. I think some people might not have gotten that, but you certainly did. And it is a review of the comic. So you did mention like commentary review. So I'll give you half a point on that one too. Not too bad.
So we have Mario from the movie versus a
caricature.
Yeah, that one of Taylor Swift. And there's music in the background. This is going to be the music in Mario versus like the music that Taylor Swift produces, perhaps other artists as well. Like, I guess regular music, right? So like a movie soundtrack versus the soundtrack of a recording artist.
You're right again. Why video game music is the best type of music. Dan, what in the world? I'm blown away.
They used the wrong Mario, which made me think movie soundtrack. So I did kind of get this one a little bit wrong.
We'll take half a point off. You got most of it right, though. All right, so we'll give you half a point. What is this one about?
What? Okay, please tell me we're gonna have an AI Mario singing Taylor Swift songs.
That's possible. Is that your final answer?
This is a tough one. I mean, obviously verses, but my mind's like, what? We see the music in the back. It has to be music. I'm going with my guess.
Which is?
That we're gonna have like Mario singing Taylor Swift song.
Okay, so you're saying like for like an AI voice or something singing Taylor Swift songs?
Yeah, that's kind of what it's giving me when we see an AI versus original artist content.
It's not a bad guess. By the way, this is Mario from the movie, so it's not an AI Mario, and that is of course Taylor Swift with googly eyes. The video is why video game music is the best type of music.
That's a miss for me.
This is gonna be good.
Right, so is this AI version of Mario singing one of Taylor Swift's songs? That's what I'm going with. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's almost exactly what Jen said.
So it's wrong.
It's wrong. That's actually not the AI version of Mario. That's from the movie.
Yeah, okay.
Which kind of throws it because the title for this is actually why video game music is the best type of music.
That is true. I'll agree with that.
Next one up.
I think I've seen this thumbnail actually on a channel review we did in the past. I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Let me absorb this for a minute. Okay, so yeah, I think I've seen this from a previous channel review where this person was doing like challenge style videos, and this one was about playing basketball against a 6-year-old. But in this particular thumbnail, it looks like he's reacting to the content that was previously made, maybe even with the 6-year-old in question. So, because I remember the background thumbnail, I don't remember the foreground with the two faces. So I'm going to say that the reaction to the video about playing basketball against a 6-year-old.
I'm gonna check with the judges on that one. They're willing to give you half a point on this. So it is actually I played basketball against a 6-year-old. So I'm gonna give you half a point on that. It's not a reaction to it. It is the actual video. The fact that you remember that is blowing me away a little bit though, but okay, good. What is this video about?
Confidence is getting lower, Travis. Confidence is getting lower. So much happening here. So many facial reactions. I would obviously expect this to be basketball and maybe just more family video type of thing.
So what do you think the title would be, or what do you think the content is?
I'm kind of feeling like prank vlog, messing with each other. I don't know the relation of all of them. We have a lot of faces.
Lean into that, give me a title or at least a general theme, and then I'll let you know if you got it right or not.
It's gonna sound so harsh. I'm like, are they just going like destroying kids at like basketball court? Like,
is that your guess?
That's what it looks like to me.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Destroying kids at basketball?
Yeah, well, maybe we don't have to say destroying kids, but.
I'm actually going to give you credit for that. I played against a 6-year-old. I played against a 6-year-old. So there you go. So the thumbnail worked here.
The thumbnail did work.
Next one up.
I beat my brother at basketball, and he's 10 years older than me.
Is that your answer?
That's my answer.
I will give you full credit for that because the actual title is I played against a 6-year-old, which is close enough.
I was just the wrong way around then. Okay.
Yeah, which is fine. There's no way you get this next one, though. It is impossible.
Okay, I don't know the game, but I think it's gaming content. I just ruined my life. They are doing some kind of challenge. It didn't go well. They're insinuating in the title it didn't go well. I just wish I knew the game. I have no idea what game that is. It looks fun, but yeah, that's as best I can do.
And I think this proves the point. If Dan can look at this, and as well as he's done previous to this point, if your thumbnail is not as clear as it can be, then a viewer going by doesn't know what it's about and may just surpass it. The title of this video is, I became a wrestler, but I have the worst luck.
I think the problem is if the game is completely unknown, it could help to have it in the title, but I guess only in this context, because I've seen you could argue why put it in the title then, but then I would still say the title doesn't sound super intriguing to me. You know, you became a wrestler, so I guess it's a game about wrestling. It's like a vague thing happened, but I would need more. Like, what did you do with the game where it just, you played it in a funny way, especially the text on the thumbnail, really vague. So yeah, a lot of vagueness going on in that one, I think.
And that can miss you out on a click. That's a great example of a thumbnail that could just use a little bit more tweaking to get the message across. I don't expect you to get it. It is what it is. Let's see what happens.
You don't expect me to get it?
By the way, this thumbnail actually is in our Discord for our Boost members and above. So if you have Booster one-on-one, you get an exclusive Discord where you can find out feedback on your thumbnails. And this thumbnail was actually in that Discord. So I would love to just shout them out and say hey to the Discord over there. But what do you think this thumbnail is about?
Oh my gosh. This is a tough one. I mean, first of all, I like the depth of this thumbnail. I like that we have the hand going slightly over the text for that ruined there. Obviously, we have a game. Is this Hulk Hogan?
Interesting. So what's your guess that this is about? If you get close, I'll give you credit for it because this is a tough one.
Is that his name? Like, did I say his name right?
I mean, you said Hulk Hogan's name, right? But I don't know if that's what you're trying to say.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, was that his name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure,
okay.
for sure. Yeah.
Wait, but that's like, I'm going in a different direction now, and I'm saying that I think someone's going to be kind of like crapping on Hulk Hogan, something that he did in his life. Did he make a TV show, like a cartoon, something along those lines, and someone's not about it? So they have an animated version of him saying, like, I just ruined my life.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I will give you half a point, only because I don't know how you even came up with wrestling at all. This is a video game about how he became a wrestler, but he has the worst luck. Definitely a difficult thumbnail to figure all that out, but somehow you got part of it. So I'm gonna give you half a point for that, but you did a pretty good job. Next one up. This one's perhaps one of the most difficult ones.
I just immediately thought that was Hulk Hogan.
Really? Okay.
The tie-dye t-shirt and the Fu Manchu, but it isn't. It's obviously some game of some description. This is something to do with custom outfits in a game, and like the creator spent so much money, maybe actually real money, buying these outfits in this game, and it was a waste of time. That's the angle I'm going for, but I'm almost certain I'm incorrect.
What type of game are you saying this is?
An open sandbox GTA type game, but not GTA.
You should have gone with your first answer because it's I became a wrestler, but I have the worst luck.
All right, fair enough.
Had you said wrestler, I would have given you the point. Halfway through, and here's what the scores look like. Who's going to lose and have to embarrass themselves on a live stream here at vidIQ? Let's get to the next one and let's see how this one does. This is a cool looking one visually, but what do you think
I'm going to say
about?
it's Star Wars game, and I'm guessing there's a game mode where, it could be a mod. It could be a mod for like Star Wars Battlefront where characters are the, enemies are zombies or something. It says Death Trooper. We see a zombie coming out of the Stormtrooper uniform. So yeah, I'm going to say it's either a Star Wars game mode or a mod about that. Zombie Stormtroopers, you got to kill them. They're going to cause a mess otherwise.
I'll give you the point for that. It is Star Wars Death Troopers, Star Wars horror game. So yeah, horror, zombies. This next one, I think you're gonna immediately get part of it. I wonder if you'll get all of it. Here we go.
Okay. Star Wars. Is this a Star Wars zombie game?
Is that your answer?
It's definitely a zombie. Ooh, yeah, I'm going Star Wars zombie game.
I will give you credit for that. It's Death Troopers, a Star Wars horror game. So yeah, I'll give you a point for that.
Woo!
Nice. And this is what happens when you do a really good thumbnail. The idea behind it comes across without even seeing the title. So
wow.
Great job on this thumbnail.
Yeah, this is a killer thumbnail.
If you're struggling to make thumbnails yourself, we have just the tool for you. Click the link in the description below and get access to our free AI tool. We'll help you make great thumbnails. Next one up.
So I think my guess is that somebody has modded Doom to have Star Wars characters in it. I don't know if it's Doom itself, it might be Dead Space or something like that, but I'm sure Disney wouldn't want this sort of imagery popping up. It's kind of maybe against their PG Star Wars universe. So yeah, something along the lines of I modded Doom to look like this.
Okay, I'll give you half a point because the answer is Death Troopers, a Star Wars horror game. So it's about being a horror game. It is a game, not like a movie or anything. So I'll give you the half point for that. This next one, another tough one. Let's see what happens.
That is a fishing hook in the back of that little character there. However, the character's looking not so great. So either they are fishing with this new little cute fishing lure or they found it. This almost does look like it was an object they found. And so the video is either about one of those two things. Maybe it's both. Maybe they found it and now they're gonna see if they can catch any fish with it. By the way, I don't know how the fish are supposed to grab onto that. That's completely confusing. So let's see how wrong I am. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I'm gonna say they found it.
Okay, so almost like those channels where they have like the metal detectors and they found, okay, gotcha. Well, there was a 50-50 chance and you got it wrong because it was, will baby Bluey catch fish? So it was that they're gonna try to fish with this thing. So at the very least, it got that point across to you. You just weren't sure which it was. What is this about?
Oh, we have Bluey on a lake.
Oh, you know who that is? Ooh, I don't even know who that is.
Winning. I'm winning this.
Okay, so what is this?
When I see something like this, I think of like, do you know the content like where people travel with like a stuffed animal and put them in different places? Do you know that concept? That's what this reminds me of, like Bluey's on a camping trip. I don't know what that would be in terms of like a video idea though. Maybe they made this. Maybe this is a craft video and they just took a pretty picture of it. I'm going to go with making miniature figurines, making miniature Bluey.
I'm going to give you half a point because you actually knew who Bluey was, because I know who Bluey was. But what it is, and the things that you might have missed, is look behind his head. Do you see that little metal hook?
Oh,
and do you see where they are?
Bluey's going fishing.
That's exactly the title. Can baby Bluey catch fish?
Darn.
So had you seen that, you probably would have gotten. I'll give you half a point just for knowing Bluey, but
you know what's funny?
yeah,
I
that's
looked at
what
that
it was.
too. I did notice that, but I could not tell that that was a fishing hook.
Yeah, I think that being at a lake or whatever, a pond, probably was the thing connecting it. But not a bad thumbnail. Once you saw that and realized what it was, it all came together for you and you knew what it was about.
Yeah.
So that makes it a pretty decent
This is
thumbnail.
where the title in combination with the thumbnail makes that power couple. And that's totally fine too. That's funny. It's a good picture.
Good luck on this one. We've had varying success on this.
Oh, hang on. So, right. So it's taken me about 5 seconds, but I've seen that there's a hook. So this is a fishing video. It must be some sort of fishing video, and it's along the lines of using custom bait or a custom hook and how successful that was to catch fish. Using custom fishing hook for the first time.
All right, I'll give you credit on that. It's called Will Baby Bluey, which is that character, catch fish. So yeah, absolutely. Well done. All right, this next one is going to be seemingly super easy, but let's see what you think.
Okay. They flipped the Grand Theft Auto text here. Wait, hold on. What happened to it? I see it's just Grand Theft Auto flipped in front of the original Grand Theft Auto 6 logo, which now I'm overthinking it. You said it's gonna be really easy. You're just gaslighting me here. That's the Roman numeral 6 still. It still says coming 2024. I think they're trying to say that the franchise is going to go backwards. I'll keep it more broad and say commentary about Grand Theft Auto 6. No one has this game yet. So it's just a commentary about Grand Theft Auto 6.
That's actually a really good guess, but I can't give you the points because this is just Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, but different. That's the title. Let's see what is next. Good luck.
Okay. This is gonna be a GTA trailer.
Okay.
Why is it backwards? That's all I've got.
Just that it's a GTA trailer?
I mean, most likely if it was a trailer, I would say that someone's like reacting to it, but it's not giving me react content or anything. Yeah, that's what I got.
Again, I'll give you half a point because it's a GTA 6 trailer, but different is the title of this video.
What's the but different that I lost half a point on?
That's the thing is, I don't know. I mean, maybe the thumbnail could have been better in giving that information across. Maybe you actually show the gameplay itself or what's in the trailer to tell more because the logo itself is intriguing. And if you're into 6, you're really going to click it right away, but you also don't know exactly what's going on. So I think the thumbnail here could have been a little bit better if it was teasing some of the differences or whatever the difference is in this video. Here's the next one.
Is that... Hang on. So this is... No, it's not Grand Theft Auto written backwards. I'm going to guess this is if AI built Grand Theft Auto 6 or something along those lines, how AI interpreted the trailer. Yeah, let's go with that.
How AI interpreted the trailer. Okay.
Yeah.
And the trailer for, just to be clear, which game?
Grand Theft Auto 6.
I'll give you half a point. It's the Grand Theft Auto trailer, but different, which we don't know what the different is, other than obviously it's backwards. That could imply that the entire trailer video is going to be backwards, but we're not really sure. So let's see what's next.
Okay, so this is game that this is either the older version or the newer version where you're just climbing forever. So I've seen the game. It's pretty funny. It's saying reversing gravity. So this is a challenge video. They're trying to play the game in a different style. Either they have a mod that literally reverses gravity, or they're just playing with their controller upside down or something like that. But yeah, they're playing the game in a way that was unintended.
I will give you points for that. It's a slightly easier game about falling, and that's what he titled the video. So yeah, you got that. This is going to be very tough. So, you know, if you don't get it, don't feel bad.
Reverse gravity. I'm gonna say we have a game where we've made our own world in, possibly, where it's reverse gravity.
Okay. What would you say that means?
Like it's upside down, like it's an upside down world.
Okay.
We're playing like Stranger Things type of world now. That's what I think. It's that you made your own world, kind of like UEFN content, like Fortnite or something.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole game is anti-gravity. It's upside down.
I'll give you half credit for that. The title is a slightly easier game about falling. So there is a game that you have to climb up, but he did reverse it so that instead of climbing up, you have to fall down. So in that point, you did get that part right. There's an actual game, and it's one of the more difficult games. There's games just like this that are kind of simple in graphics, but like difficult in the execution. So I will give you half point on that. All right, here we go.
Reverse gravity. This is probably some really popular game that the gaming YouTubers love to play, and this is somebody who's decided to mod it or subvert how it works, which is simply reversing the gravity. So this is what happens when blank game is modded, or this is what happens when I flip blank game 180 degrees.
I'm going to give you 100% credit on that. It's called a slightly easier game about falling, and the game originally is you trying to climb up, but they've changed it and they've made it so that you're actually trying to fall down. So 100% right on that. So that's it. Jen lost. She had to go on the live stream the next day, and man, this was crazy. Well, the score's been tallied and the loser has been selected to do something in front of our live stream here on Tuesdays. Can we bring the loser on now? Jen, I'm sorry.
Jen, I'm going to join in with you.
Are you gonna eat peanut butter? That'll be the...
This is going to stink out the office.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
It's so dry.
So you don't like peanut butter?
No.